Hello everybody, I'm here today to present a report on the status of China IPR protections. The report has two parts. The first is a qualitative study about the legal framework, and the second part is statistics and interview to have a look at the status of implementation today. Bird and Bird wrote the first part, in which we aim to contrast and compare with the features in the law with China against US, Europe as well as Germany, in hoping to provide a review and a context to assess where we are and how we can improve going forward.
I thought it was a very interesting event. It is interesting to learn about what's happening with the patent system in various jurisdictions. But having said that, I think that the real question we should ask ourselves is, are we confident that the patent system as such is good? I mean, are monopolies really good? I'm a liberal, so I would favor competition, and monopolies are the very opposite of competition. I'm not convinced they are, and if somebody has the facts and figures to convince me, please do. But until then, I think that being skeptical about monopolies sounds to me like the sensible course.
We have this meeting with Huawei, and it is extremely important and very, I would say, relevant because of the size. I was shocked by the ratio of research and development people to total employees, and it is almost 50%. Which is, say, a very important signal of how research and development is considered in this firm. And of course, it comes as a consequence the consideration about patents and the number of patents, which is extremely important. And of course also the other comment is that by and large there is a very important convergence of patent discipline in all the world, even including China, because that is important, because that will be, say, a way of having a much more fair set of relationships worldwide.
I've been invited here to the European Parliament today to talk about our contribution to this report on patent enforcement in the People's Republic of China. What we found throughout the study is that there has been a huge amount of improvements in China over the last roughly 10 years. Patent registrations are up to standards which are comparable to developed countries across the world. There are still some rooms for improvement, but all in all, both the data and the practitioners point towards a huge leap forward in terms of IP protection in China over the last 10 years.
We had a very lively debate on a very interesting topic, that is the IP protection and enforcement in China. So we had colleagues and experts coming from there who gave us background information about what's happening in China, and I learned that the legal framework is there. I learned that enforcement proceedings are well off, or big progress has been made in the last 10 years. There are still things to improve, but nonetheless, you know, my view, my perspective has changed with regard to the debate which we had today. Let's organize other events like this, because it gives a very good in-depth insight, and that's what we need as politicians as well.